Previously in X-Men. With Storm believed to be killed accidentally in battle, and Rogue pulled into the mysterious Siege Perilous, the remnants of the team were psychically coerced into entering the same portal for some form of cosmic rebirth. All the while, Logan was left alone and caught off guard by the cyborg pirate mercenary Reavers, and then tortured. Wolverine and his new companion Jubilee have since escaped and are on the run in the unforgiving wilds of the Australian Outback. All this begs the question, what's going on with a bunch of other characters? I am Jason Lapidus.
And I'm Chris Sanigan.
And we are Group of Seven Comics. Welcome to episode 196 of our ongoing read-through of the X-Men comics that became classic as we read Uncanny X-Men 253 by Chris Claremont, Marc Silvestri, and Steve Leialoha. Cover date of late November 1989. Chris, how are you?
I'm doing well, Jason. I am doing well. I'm excited to get into this book. It is all over the place.
Yeah, it is. And we have been following this story about Wolverine coming back to their Outback base of operations, and no one is there, and he is completely ambushed by a whole bunch of Reavers. You know, there's the three Knights of the Hellfire Club that he tore to shreds on at least two occasions, once way back in, and maybe it's Uncanny X-Men 132, I think, around there, where they are in their blue and red garb as it's the start of the Dark Phoenix saga. And then he kills them again when they are in cyborg form, along with Lady Deathstrike, and I think it's Uncanny 205, Wounded Wolf, we often call it,
Wolf,
with Barry Windsor Smith art, and it's like a great classic issue. So there's like this gang that really, really wants to kill him. And then we've got the original Reavers, these pirates, these like portal hopping pirates who just go and have been acquiring wealth all over the globe and raping and pillaging or what, all these terrible things. And so who's there? Pretty Boy, Skullbuster, and Bone Crusher. And then add to this all Pierce. Sorry, no. What's his name? Donald Pierce. Former White King?
Hellfire Inner Circle?
Yeah, Inner Circle of the Hellfire Club. So it's this whole gang, and Lady Deathstrike, of course.
Right.
And they just torture Wolverine, put him up on the X, and Jubilee's helped him escape. And we've been like, oh, this is incredible. We're into this. And then each issue, they're kind of dragging it out a little bit. And let's see if we finally get that resolved. I mean, it's on the cover, right?
It's there. It's one of many storylines on that cover.
So I'm really hoping this issue has exactly what I want, which is to see Wolverine finish off those Reavers with the help from Jubilee and escape through the portal, I guess, from Gateway and get to, I don't know where. I'm guessing Muir Isle because that's where things seem to be happening. So that's what I'm looking forward to this issue, and I hope that happens, and don't tell me otherwise.
Yeah, and I love how you mentioned that Wolverine has already tore through some of these characters multiple times, and you think they'd learn. But they're going back for more. So we'll see how that ends up. So
we'll take a pause right there for a moment. And get back to this and move through this for a minute, because we've got some new viewers, and I want to make sure that we maybe reintroduce ourselves so that people who don't know us and haven't been on, following the show for a few years, that they at least get to figure out a little bit about who we are and what we're doing here. Before that, I want to say hello to people in the chat. Ali, happy Tuesday, you awesome nerd. I hope you're doing well. Nilo1225, hope you're doing well. Michael, hello, nice to see you. Maz, hopefully you're doing good too. Ali says there's an Atlanta rapper called Bone Crusher. Oh, and you thought it was an X-Men reference when you were young. Oh my goodness. And there's Scott Brian Woods. Says, Who is the tall drink of water? Is he referring to you?
I don't know.
That's
He
nice.
might be looking in the mirror, knowing Scott right now.
Fair. Scott, I hope you're doing well. Long time no chat, like 10 minutes. Sure. So, hey, if you head to group7comics.ca, you can pick up both of our books, Group of Seven, A Most Secret Tale, and Peregrine's Flight Fiends and Fisticuffs. Group of Seven is about 7 famous Canadian historical figures on a secret fictional mission to save the world during the events of World War I, or the First World War. And Peregrines is about 4 secret agents who are undercover as nurses on the front lines of war-torn Europe, also in the First World War, and they protect us from the unknown and unbelievable. And this book puts them on 4 distinct adventures in really kind of outrageous circumstances. It's tons of fun. Both these books are available on our site, group7comics.ca, in print and digital formats, along with signing up to our mailing list, finding out what events we're at, which I'll get to in a minute as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we greatly appreciate all the support. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks, everyone.
Hey, something weird happened this week. We posted a new video on Saturday morning, and since then, engagement went up, I think, about 100 times. So, where sometimes we would be getting, let's say, 60 viewers, we were getting 6,000. So it was a pretty fun weekend. Our subscribership went up 250 notches. It was incredible. So for everyone who subscribed out there and who watched the video and left some positive feedback and a thumbs up, greatly appreciated. We really do appreciate the engagement. It goes a long way to helping us reach more people. And it's a good sign that version of programming on this channel is what is desired by an audience. So since that's in my lane already, let's stay there. So the video that went over really well was called 8 Pages That Can Change Your Life from the show Leveling Up, where every episode I take a look at a comic in my collection that I can pull something from to help me improve my comic book making craft. And this one I was looking at Bruce Timm's Two of a Kind from Batman Black and White. And it was really fun to talk about and share that with people, and I got a really, really great response. This week's episode, keeping that same format, 8 Pages That Can Change Your Life. These are 8 pages from G.I. Joe number 26 by Larry Hama and Steve Leialoha. Oh. And it's Snake Eye's origin issue, and the storytelling is phenomenal. The level of craft is great. So it's another good one to kind of talk about, and I can learn so much from the work they did. Chris, Image is now publishing G.I. Joe Real American Hero, the Larry Hama series. And they have been, let me just full screen this bad boy, or at least go like that. Yeah. So they they published issue 26 from Marvel's run. And they did it on like mock newsprint.
Wow.
Or a newsprint. Whatever, a new stock. So the whole thing is like pulpy and really, really, flat colors, original colors, and it's attractive to these eyes. But it's a neat way to kind of get this old issue that was impossible to find when I was young because it's an origin issue, So it's another way to take a look at that kind of stuff. But anyway, Saturday, this will be dropping.
Is that Storm Shadow on the right there in the white?
Spoilers. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's one of the neat things is there's a ninja clan in Japan when this takes place in the mid 80s. Mm-hmm. And Storm Shadow is part of the family firm. And of course they're all ninjas. It says right there, if you look at the very top, it says, we were, of course, all ninjas. So there are like 3 brothers, and the eldest brother is the Hard Master in red. Wait,
that's a brother? That's an older brother in red?
I'll get there. 3 brothers. The Hard Master is the eldest brother in red. The one in orange is the Soft Master. Oh. And then the 3rd brother has passed, and his eldest son has taken the spot. Oh. And that's the Young Master, which, of course, will go on to become...
Not the cushy, middle, caramely-centered Master?
No.
Hard, soft... Okay.
No. it's a great issue. It has, again, like the lessons in it for how to improve your storytelling. Just fantastic. Really, really good. Comments. It's very cool. Image used that paper for the Silent Snake Eyes issue as well. Absolutely, they did. Also drawn by Larry Hama and Steve Leialoha. When I see the issues that those guys drew, and I'll get into this in the episode on Saturday, I don't know why the whole series wasn't done that way, because they're just so beautiful, and they've been these issues that have really stood the test of time. That being said, still moving forward, hey, my logo didn't show up. We're going to be at Wayside on Saturday. So Wayside Comics and Cocktails in Newmarket, Ontario, just north of Toronto. Chris and I, pictured here, will be at Wayside on Main Street in Newmarket for the bulk of the day, but like the second half of the day. What time are you getting there, Chris?
Noonish.
Okay, I'll aim for just before that.
Okay.
We schedule a last-minute hockey practice at 9, so I'll be on the ice a little bit, and then I'll come over. But I should probably be there by about 11.
Right. Yeah. No. As you know, my kid is having his live performance debut with his band of other grade 9s at the local music school here in town.
I'm so jealous.
Playing some Nirvana and playing some Beths as well, if you're familiar with that.
Very nice.
So looking forward to that.
So since we were there last, we've got 2 new issues. Like a new floppy has come out since then, is sold out. I think I still have 2 copies, maybe.
Okay.
And then we also have a full new trade that's come out since then, and a new banner.
New banner too. Jeez. And stickers.
Stickers. Oh, dude.
Stickers. Yeah. Show the stickers.
I mean, I got that one.
Yeah, you do.
There's Hogtown Jack. So it's a big one. Like it's a big size sticker. So those stickers will be there in abundance. We have stickers of one of the Peregrines. I was talking about this with Scott B. Woods today. There's Cece.
Nice.
In a good action pose.
Yes.
From Peregrines. And also, I'm going to have copies on hand of the new Ninja Anthology.
Oh, of course.
That my work was part of. This is one of the covers for it, called Ninja Verses. And in here is a short story that I got to create. People always ask, well, did you write it? I'm like, yes. Did you draw it? Yes. Ink it? Yes. Like, it's just one. Anyway, it's there. Hogtown Jack. It's a nice one. It's a good story. You can pick up copies from me at Wayside.
Very cool.
It'll be cool. I'm looking forward to getting these into the hands of people who like ninjas and Mounties with a cursed katana. There you go.
It happens.
It happens all too often.
All the time. I don't actually know many katanas that aren't cursed, truthfully, or personally. I mean, the ones that I've crossed paths with, constantly cursed.
Well, we'll get into that. We'll get into that much more in the future. Chris.
Yeah.
This cover, we've been doing now 196 episodes of this show. We've read every single issue since Giant Size X-Men 1 in 1975, and we've gone through them pretty much chronologically, definitely chronologically in terms of the numbered issues. We've stuck in some annuals and crossovers and limited series when we could, special appearances. Are you digging this cover? What do you think?
I think it's all right. It's just there's this activity in my house. It's cool. I think so. I'm digging this cover. I mean, we've had these covers before where it's like the summary of the right. It's the image that summarizes the book you're about to read, or at least attempts that. And I'm not quite sure how well they work. Because it also, in this case, based on where we have been, and you mentioned your intro, it's, this comes out of nowhere, a bit disjointed. Like there's characters here we have not seen on page in tens of issues, and yet suddenly they're back. Now, I'm not necessarily disappointed with some of the characters. It's great to see some of them back, but given where we were heading with the Reavers Wolverine showdown, this is confusing.
Yeah, I find it strange also that 4 characters are almost the same size, or 4 or 5 of them. So, Banshee, Polaris, Forge, Wolverine, and Jubilee are all in that full body size. Whereas, obviously, we get a bigger version of Magneto, which is in a good Magneto pose, and Moira McTaggart back there. And then this very ominous shadowed face, which, of course, has got to be Storm with the blue eyes and white hair. I find that maybe a different color job could have sold this. Everything in like full saturation. The pieces aren't sort of tied together. So like Silvestri's tried to tie them together by having them kind of in a composition, but I feel like the color doesn't do anything to, like, Magneto's got that orange highlight on his mask, probably because he's wearing the same red as the background. The colorist has tried to separate by putting a highlight on him, but then like do that for everybody. Like give everyone some kind of cohesive glow and maybe darken that background or something. I don't know, but I find it's not, maybe, is it too strong to say it's garish? Like it's too much of fully saturated colors that don't go well together for me.
Yeah, and it's also it reminds me of those comics where it was a bunch of 8-page stories or whatever you'd catch up with, or there'd be a recap of certain events, Marvel or DC or whatever, and it feels like that. Like, and we know right now at this point in time that X-Men is being published twice monthly, and
the 3rd issue with a November title, by the way. It was early November, early November, mid-November, late November, and it could be that it's like a 5-week month, and so it's
just, could be, yeah, exactly. But then again, but then that kind of even lends more to the idea that perhaps like it shouldn't be a twice monthly book, because they seem to be running out of ideas when it comes to and creative teams on timelines to get things done. Like, so. Yeah, I mean, I think without opening the pages, like you're looking at this and you're reading, the Return of Forge and this and that, and you're like, feels like a hodgepodge. Feels like everybody gets 3 or 4 pages, which suggests there really is no story, or they're trying to get to the next issue. This is just
maybe. And there was just that weird drawing technique where it works with Polaris that her feet disappear into the dust. If that we're going to think of those colored blobs as dust, which it's fine with me.
Sure.
Banshee, we get his feet going off into the sort of speed lines behind him. We get 1 foot. Forges disappear into nothing. And it's a weird choice because Silvestri is adept at doing this sort of fade into the dust version of feet, like Mike Mignola. He's good at it. It's just, I don't know, man. It doesn't really work. So we're getting a comment here from Scott. He says, "Is it computer coloring? Might have been on the cusp of new technology." That's very fair. It looks traditional to me when I have it in front of me. It's actually a little bit more subtle, to be honest, in person. So this is the computer version. I will show you the printed version. This is like the Marvel website computer version of it, where they've looked at the color plates and mimicked it digitally. Yes. But here, I will show you. And I feel bad for everybody. There you go. That's me. So you can see how the orange fades organically here and here. It's not these heavily staggered shifts in color. And it is a little bit more subtle in that red. But, it's still the same basic template. Right. But yeah, this part down here is so much better in print than doing what this hate crime of a cover where it's orange, 3 orange or 2 oranges and a yellow. Like, it looks terrible. So there is something to be said there, Scott. Thank you for those eagle eyes, and I appreciate it. Ooh. Ali says Silvestri versus Liefeld. Foot off. There are a lot of great artists that are very good at avoiding drawing feet, because Whereas some artists aren't good at drawing feet, I can tell you now for sure Silvestri can draw every part of the human anatomy. Often composition looks better without feet in it. With those who compose well, like Silvestri and Mignola and Frazetta. Other people avoid it because they're not good at it. And that's a different thing altogether. And that's, teach their own. Teach their own, right? We're not trashing Rob Liefeld. Yeah. All right. You want to get into it?
I think we should.
Okay. That's fine with me too. Let me remove that. Let me put this in. Yeah, this version, you can see it's better. Scott says it looks better in person. I should have just put this up. I do think it's better here, but I'm still not happy with the cover, even the one that's sitting before me. But anyway. Yeah.
All right, well, here we go. Buckle up.
The local TV anchor led off the evening news with a joke about how this must have been the way the world looked to Noah, or rather, the folks he left behind. Down on the Morton Street levee, nobody laughed. They were half convinced he was right. They'd already seen 2 dikes overwhelmed by the rising, raging Mississippi, and were desperately afraid they were going to lose a 3rd. And if they did, they'd lose the city as well. The Stan Lee presentation starring the Uncanny X-Men. Chris Claremont, writer, Marc Silvestri, and Steve Leialoha, artists. Tom Morzakowski, letterer, Glynis Oliver, colorist, Bob Harris, editor, and Tom DeFalco, boss. Before I go further, again, because we are going to get some new viewers in here, what you're looking at is not digital colors, but a scan of the original printed issue that is stored on a DVD-ROM that we are sharing with you in PDF form. So you're looking at the printed page broadcast over the internet airwaves. So the color is more subtle, and this is a direct scan of what was printed in 1989 and as these creators were intending it to be.
Hey, you know what's really interesting, by the way?
How good it looks.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, and for those who joined recently to watch these videos, we also like to look at the ads and certainly all the video game ads. And I don't think I've ever played Adventures of Bayou Billy. It looks pretty cool, but I will say this: you're a raging Cajun, and it's gonna, the raging Cajun, and we talking X-Men. That's we talk about another character, but here it is previous to that in Bayou.
Yeah, well, if you like fighting, driving, and shooting,
I do.
Of course, zapping.
Oh, do I ever?
All in one swamp stomping adventure.
Whew.
The Adventures of Bayou Billy.
Wow.
I like how it says in big letters, fighting, driving, zapping.
Yeah.
But and shooting, they kind of had to hide?
Yeah, it's a clear, of course. Yeah.
It's fun.
80s, man.
Yeah.
I'll be this first person here, I guess.
Sure.
In all my born days, ain't never seen a storm like this.
Joe, look, up on a levee. What the devil? Again, like the inking on this guy's face. Holy smokes, does that render fantastic.
Yeah, it looks great.
We don't see, there's just Leialoha uses, I'm going to just say a smaller brush or sometimes pen, where Dan Green is ink slinging heavier stuff, even on this mystery shadow girl up there with the lightning, on that hair. If I didn't have it in front of me, if I was looking at this maybe on screen, I might think some of those sections of her hair are fingerprints dipped in ink or thumbprints put in ink and then tabbed on. But I can see in front of me, it is not. Those pieces are all drawn in by hand. Wow. It's really subtle and phenomenally done. Really, really good stuff.
The top panel is good too, but I mean that bottom panel is fantastic.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Scott Raboom. Lord, what was that noise?
It's a girl.
Where'd she come from?
It doesn't matter. What's important is she's alive and needs our help. Rest of you back to work. I'll look after her.
It looks as if
Hey,
he's
Roxanne.
dead.
Oh, go ahead.
It looks like she's dead and he's covering up a dead body.
Looks like she's dead. Yeah, looks like she's dead. Yeah, well, I mean, especially with the putting the blanket over the that's like the person's dead move. Yeah.
Yes, maybe there was a way to lay her down, where it looked like she was barely conscious or
Possibly.
still had some life in her. This looks like a corpse.
Yeah. Roxanne, you got a customer.
My lucky night. Lay her on the gurney, Jacob. We'll see what she's about. How's it going?
Yeah, don't ask. It's probably for the best. You be away from me as quick as you can.
That bad?
You got no idea.
It's flat land for miles around here, Jake. The levee fails. What happens to you people?
Guess we learn how long and how hard we can tread water.
Jacob Rice is too old for this.
Too old for this.
Too many all-night stakeouts and the junk food that went with them, taking their toll. Is that what it is with me too? Am I on stakeouts?
I think we're all living that.
But he ignores the twinge inside his chest as he turns back to the river, sensing something wrong, wondering what it is. And then realization strikes like a physical blow. The rain has stopped. The sky's clearing. The storm, wink, wink, has broken.
Ooh. Now, is it say Cairo? My reader is a bit blurry. Some of these smaller lines. Say Cairo Memorial Hospital in Cairo, Illinois.
Yes, sir.
So we went from Mississippi to Illinois.
False.
No,
the river is the Mississippi.
River is the Mississippi. All right. Well, you and I were talking like we were.
Well, yeah, I was trying to follow your lead, my friend.
I understand.
Yeah, so Cairo, I mean, Illinois is one of those states that we always think of it as just Chicago, but it goes way down. My beloved Jeff Tweedy of Wilco fame is from Belleville, Illinois, across the river from St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay, all right.
So, yeah, I think
it's fair to say that if you live near the Mississippi River, regardless of whether it's Minnesota or New Orleans or Louisiana, it's the same accent. I think it's fair to say.
I think what's really fair to say is that we are not geographerists.
Not in the least.
We are making it up as we go along, and you are along for the ride.
And we were inspired by Bayou Billy too. Let's be honest.
That's the truth. All right,
here we go. I tell you, folks, for us here at WRVR-FM, miracle is not too strong a word to use. Next 24 hours should tell the tale. If there's no more rain, it's safe to say the worst is over. Now, for the latest update on National Guard evacuation centers.
Need a hand here, doctors?
These good times, Leanne. They never stop rolling.
Third cubicle's empty, Roxanne. Put her in there.
Come on, jerk open those eyes. Focus that sad excuse for a mind. You're young. You're tough. You can handle 100 straight hours of ER duty, no sweat. Dr. Zombie at your service.
So do I keep doing the Bayou accent, the Mississippi accent?
Yes, well, it's the same.
Roxanne. Nice eyes, Stuart. Bloodshot red with white highlights suits you.
Eat your heart out, Roxy.
Next time. Okay. Patient is female, found around the Morton Street levee, as is, which is naked. Shocky and stupors, surface abrasions, but no overt indication of major physical trauma. No broken bones, vital signs subdued but steady. Non-responsive to voluntary stimuli. Appears to be preteen, appears to be black.
What do you mean appears?
See for yourself, Dr. Shen. You tell me.
As a kid. Okay.
And do you remember what city she's born in X-Men lore? Where's Storm from?
Well, she is, as a kid, she's in Cairo,
There you go.
right? As a kid with her parents who are killed. And then she ends up becoming like a goddess and worshipped as goddess in
Kenya, I believe.
Kenya, right? Yeah.
Now, if memory serves, Storm's actually born in New York City.
Right.
And then moves to Cairo, is orphaned there, and then walks out and crosses the Sahara as a
that's
preteen.
Yeah.
And that's sort of part of that journey, as far as I understand it to be, without any retcons that come after this. So the idea that she sort of appeared in Cairo, Illinois, I think that's just a little nod,
little wink, little tip of the cap.
Yeah. Ali says, "What I love about that bottom panel, young Storm looks like a kid. What I dislike, where is her nose?" Yeah, this is one of those things, and I think we can see this with Storm. She does have a nose. Storm is never like, okay, let me do this as the affirmative, not the negative version of the sentence. Storm is often rendered with sharp, small features,
right?
Like her nose,
angular almost.
Yeah, more angular features. That's the way she's classically rendered. With some pretty, heavy eyelashes and often, her features are all over the place, but there is a certain look to her for sure. Yeah. Oh, hey Cody, how you doing? Maz says, I was never a fan of those eyes, like the big blue eyes on her. Yeah, okay, I hear you. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, so now we've gone from, let's just say, the A plot. Now we're into the B plot. Is that safe to say?
I mean, I think.
Or is this the A plot?
Right. I guess.
Okay. So that was the B plot to start, and this is the A plot. Okay, is that okay with you if we go like that?
Hell yeah. I think so.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, not to mention the opposite environmental extreme, in the desolate heart of Australia's Great Central Desert, more commonly and colloquially referred to as the Outback.
We're soldiers, Reese, the best of the breed, not janitors. We shouldn't be doing this.
We do coal as we're told.
Man, ain't even our fault. Wasn't us who blew a hole through the lake bottom and flooded these stupid tunnels? No siree. How come we had to mop up this mess? I mean, why not simply seal off the section? This whole underground complex is so big, you can lose 1,000 men in easy.
Yeah, a mop's not going to help there, dude. You guys need buckets.
Well, I thought about that actually as they're standing in ankle-deep water and there's one mop and one rag.
And no bucket.
No bucket. Hey, that's not part of their cybernetic implants, all right?
I'm going to just say, because artists often draw from their own experience, I'm going to say Marc Silvestri has clearly never had to clear out a flooded tunnel in underground Outback with a mop and 2 other mercenaries. He's never had to do that.
No.
And his lack of life experience really shows.
Exactly.
Plenty of room left for the 8 of us.
Great idea, Cole.
Absolutely.
Seems to me you should be telling it to the boss.
I'm sure Mr. Pierce, he'll appreciate your input almost as much. Sorry, I lost that. Almost as much as he. Oh, I got it. Sorry. I'm sure Mr. Pierce, he'll appreciate your input almost as much as he will your goofing off on the job.
Hey, Reese, no need to.
On the other hand, bro, we could be alongside the 3 original Reavers on Pierce's work table. Ah!
Oof, snap.
And I wonder if that's his tattoo, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's funny, though.
Bone breaker. This is Grizzly, by the way.
Yep.
This is Grizzly. Yeah. Stop your caterwauling, you ninny.
Mr. Pierce, it hurts.
It's no less than you deserve. Besides, it isn't that bad. The pain's mostly in your mind.
That boss makes it worse.
Pathetic, bone breaker. There, I've shut down your neural receptors. All right. Are you satisfied? May I continue my work? I declare I thought I made you Reavers of sterner stuff. Hardly surprising the X-Men beat you so badly.
Hey, wait a second. Why did I think that was Pretty Boy on the table?
No, bump. Oh, I see. I think the face looks.
I guess he's not wearing his goggles. But he's supposed to have like a full mohawk.
Yeah, I don't think it really comes out well there.
I guess
taking the mohawk. I wonder if that's just a mistake.
Sorry, I took your character then, man.
No, it's cool. We get we're Reavers, man. We change it up all the time.
Fair enough. Like new parts, you got a new vocal cord.
You got it.
That explains us. What's your excuse? Wolverine whacks your tail just to.
Are you so tired of life, pretty boy?
Ow, 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 ow.
That's a good gag. I like that.
It's fantastic.
That you appear so eager to cast it away.
Hey, boss, it was a joke. Can't you take a joke?
I love jokes, pretty boy. I especially love getting my own back. Far, far better than I was given. So I do hope when I'm done, you appreciate my sense of humor.
Better you than us, lover. Hold on a minute.
All
right, I'm cool with it.
I know, obviously, sure.
I mean, the Outback, Lonely Nights. Sometimes your skull needs busting.
Right, but it's probably the turn of the page, maybe not meant to be from Skull.
But remember, busting makes me feel good.
Well, there you go. Well, ha! So it's just a misdirected balloon.
No, I'm laughing at this. Jason, don't read those two comments. I was reading them while I was reading the comic too, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything there." It's all good. But I like that you're telling me don't read them because often I try to. I like the idea that this is inclusive, to some degree, but I also really appreciate when people in the chat have a sense of what would derail or add or whatever it is. So, Ali, I appreciate your discretion. I love that grizzly, like you call it, grizzly panel of Bonebreaker up on the table and seeing his spine and just like the suggestion of proper anatomy, like his spinal cord is like a row of cables, like a coil wound cables. It's so funny.
Oh yeah, I loved it though. Like, I mean, that's the part that goes in the tank tread,
Right, and you know what we've talked about Geiger before.
Oh sure.
This is the synthetic life form. In Aliens ripped open, where it's that just like the way that the skeletons look from the inside. What's that character? Is it Lance Henderson? No, what's
Lance Henderson? Bishop?
Hendrickson. Thank you, Lance Hendrickson.
Yeah, Bishop.
Yeah, Bishop. Thank you. So there's a certain look to those things that it really that movie or those two movies specifically really, really stay with viewers and have become part of the language of comics in a really big way, as well as cinema. So I find when you just bring in some of those flourishes, some of those, like those coiling cables and an abundance of sort of pieces and slop, it just it really does evoke the viscous yellow liquids and all that kind of stuff that we see in that movie. Yeah, forever. Yeah, anyway. Can you also remind me, who was Lady Deathstrike?
I was.
Okay.
But I'll keep doing Pierce if you want to do Lady Deathstrike for this one.
I'm cool with... Yeah, okay, sure. Sure.
Okay.
Pierce!
Lady Deathstrike, what have you to report?
Precious little. I've completed a 360 sweep of the town, out to a radius of 10 kilometers. There's no sign of Wolverine.
Except there is sign of a barking Labrador. One second. Thanks, folks.
Yes. So one of the things I like about this page a lot is that there are 2 vertical panels and then 3 horizontal stacked and then another 2 horizontal stacked. And sometimes this is a bad idea. Like vertical panels can often throw off the reading where you kind of don't know where to go. So there's an inclination, depending on the panel and the speed of things, especially if it's action, an inclination to go from Lady Deathstrike's last line of "There's no sign of Wolverine" right to the mutant has no access to aircraft, because they are the 2 closest word balloons. So you could do that. Thankfully, like just the nature of that design, your eye does want to go down the panel. You want to see the gun, the black lines kind of lead you down of the perimeter of the monitor. If that monitor, let's say, was bumped up further against the gutter of that panel, then there wouldn't be the framing of the monitor, and it would be one less thing to guide your eye down. So it's just these little choices to just help it. And then the pools of black around machinery in silhouette above the operating table, that also brings the eye down a little bit. Like we want to see the gun and those silhouetted pieces of machinery. So it works. I didn't find that I went the wrong way, which is good. But it always is a little tricky to do this as a technique, and you got to be really careful with your placement of word balloons to make sure it doesn't read wrong.
Totally.
Yeah.
Impossible. The X-Men's teleporter gateway is in our hands. The mutant has no access to aircraft. He has to be making his escape overland.
Perhaps, unless his accomplice can fly, as well as cast explosive energy plasmoids. Unless Wolverine has more than one accomplice. Unless he hasn't left at all, but is still hiding within the complex. Too many possibilities, Pierce. We cannot cover them all.
Make one more circuit and return to base.
As you command, Lord. Spy Eye.
Spy Eye acknowledge. Waiting instructions.
Shut down all systems. Total deactivation mode. The best moments you see are those that remain most private. Before I go on to the next panel, This is another spot where I do see Leialoha's hand a lot. Like there's a lot of detail in sort of the shrubbery behind her as she's standing in that where we see her full figure on that top panel. We don't usually see that much detail from Dan Green, but all the little marks on, like, to add texture to her. I don't want to. Is it armor? I mean, the adornments that she wears, those brown pieces, they look like they are stitched together rectangles of some kind of like hard leather, maybe. But the fine lines, we don't see that touch from Green, in comics, or at least in the Silvestri comics. But seeing it from Leialoha, it looks great. I see that on his stuff that he did on G.I. Joe, but it also evokes some of that Barry Windsor Smith stuff too, because he likes those little lines. If you're into that style of like creating shadow by adding little ticks, definitely check out Mobius.
Yeah, sure, right.
Yeah. Cody says, I never thought about it until recently, and noticing it now with this issue, but have comics become far less wordy? Like, these 2 pages seem to have a lot of words. Oh, Cody. Chris Claremont, dude. It's Chris Claremont. He is a particularly verbose writer. And it is one of the things that makes the series so good, and also one of the things that slows it down. He writes way more than he needs to, but I think his play with words and his development of characters' personalities and conversations that also are sometimes its biggest strength. So it's a good observation on your part, and we've been living with it for years.
Story of our lives, man. Story of our
Oh,
lives.
dude. Yes, for sure. And hey, Trevor's here as well. 1-6 shooter. I missed you guys. Did I get back just in time for a Chris Banshee voiceover? Oh man, Trevor. Yeah, you're on time, man. You haven't missed anything yet. So we're really glad you're here. As I often say when we see Trevor 1-6 shooter in the chat, guys, go give 1-6 shooter a follow on Instagram. If you're interested in action figures, you will love Trevor's photography. It's breathtaking. And if you aren't interested in action figures, you're going to see some amazing photography that will get you interested in action figures. Just beautiful, beautiful work. And Scott Brian Woods says, Claremont get paid by the word. For show.
Mm-hmm.
Bang, Wolverine. You're dead. And your newfound child companion, too. But not today. And not like this, struck down from ambush when you are too weak from wounds to defend yourself. As I am samurai and daimyo, warrior and nobility, so too, in your own way, are you, to be treated with respect when we meet the final fateful time. It will be as equals on a field of honor. Ooh. So I struggled with Lady Deathstrike's costume. Given that we saw her torn to shreds by Wolverine with Barry Windsor Smith art in 205, we saw her like without her adornments, and she was just like the shell of a human body. Like they're just weird enhancements. I never really have understood what this brown skull covering is and what the red pieces are. Are they pleats? Are they like, in like a hardened leather skirt, like with a centurion would wear, or like these dangling pieces of hardened leather? So these ones look like they're stitched together. They have these little clasps that same as her shoulder armor. Yeah, very, very cool. But so this artist, Leialoha, finishes her outfit, like, gives me more clues as to what it's made out of, as opposed to the animated series, which like makes it look like it's just, I don't know, hair. I don't even know. Chris, I want you to note one thing before we go on the next page. The scope view of Wolverine and Jubilee.
Yes,
it's kind of normal here. I'm going to show you the original art after, and it looks completely like a different treatment of how to render.
Interesting.
But putting it out there, just keep that in mind, that this looks kind of normal, maybe to your eye. It does to mine as well.
Yeah.
But we will see it again in a little while.
Okay.
Cairo Memorial Hospital. The dawn of a better day.
Sleep for a week.
Ain't that sunrise beautiful?
Lost my house.
Radio blames muties.
You believe that, Bile?
It says bilge.
No, bilge.
Biley bilge.
Billy Bayou. All right.
So much for the drought.
That isn't funny. More precipitation in less time than has ever been recorded.
Morning, Dr. Shen. Looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed as always.
Keep it up, Stuart. Justifiable homicide. Not a jury in the world would convict me.
Well, actually, I need a consult on the girl Roxy brought in last night. Would you mind standing over there by the nurse's station?
Stu, I've got grand rounds. I haven't the time. And I'm most definitely not in the mood.
Leanne, this is serious. I'm not joking. I swear.
Another of the great lies.
Can you see us? Me and the patient?
Of course. There's something wrong with my eyes.
Now take a look at the video monitors. Just me? Am I right? Monitor refuses to display her image. Same with the life signs telemetry. Flat lines across the board. As far as our computer monitoring system's concerned, this bed's empty. And this patient doesn't exist.
Oof.
I like how this is like one of the things, okay, Cody. This is one of the things that Claremont does that a lot of other people don't. That scene gave us the sense that these two have history. That these two hospital workers, he's been lying to her and like hitting on her or whatever for so long she won't even want to help a patient. She's so frustrated with him. So he does these little things and in world builds and fleshes out these characters where a lot of other people will just gloss over it. And yeah, it does slow the read down for sure, but it also makes them feel like real characters. Speaking of Geiger and aliens, want to see the best version of an alien ever in a comic book of all time?
Of course.
There's never been a better alien drawn ever in a comic. Turn that page.
Okay, here we go. Excited.
Ready? Oh, I went one page too far.
Wow, anticlimactic. Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry, everybody.
Next time. This is crazy. Why am I hesitating? Too much work and stress, too little sleep, taking its toll. I'm hallucinating, aren't I? But I'm not the only one who saw.
Oh, the kid's real, all right. If it makes you feel any better, it was just a spooked.
I feel like a fool.
She exists, but only to our immediate physical senses. Sight, sound, touch, smell. Senses that you learned about when you were in kindergarten. I need to list them for you. Use an electronic scanner. Try to record her. It's like she isn't there.
Brown skin, but her features don't fit any conventional classification.
That's weird.
It is. Yet somehow, they're an amalgam of the rarest elements of them all. White hair, blue eyes. Who is she, Stuart? Stuart?
Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to say that.
What's wrong with her?
Aside from the obvious, we haven't a clue. X-rays, CAT scan, MRI, blood analysis, full neurological workup, a waste of time. No ID. So we took her fingerprints and sent them off to the sheriff. Tried to fax him. Image wouldn't transmit. Had to messenger our original.
You realize what this implies.
That's why I'm passing the buck, junior to senior staff. But yeah, I think you're right. I think she's a mutant. Question is, Doctor, what are we going to do about it? Hey, there is a panel a word balloon like you didn't read, and I totally get it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And I'm just going to look at the chat to see if I missed something that I needed to. Scott says he did a search and Lady Deathstrike wears a brown cap headpiece as vertical lines. Yeah, red strips of fabric. Some metal and toy description supposed to resemble a samurai design. Jason, remember that a lot of Marvel readers are American. What did I say that was... Yeah? Is there something we didn't do?
Senses in kindergarten is what Ali is saying.
Oh, you guys didn't... That's what we're talking about?
I believe so.
That we don't all know our senses? Are you suggesting that Americans aren't smart or well-educated, Ali? Come on. And given that... Yeah, okay. I get the joke. I'm just looking here at the... Okay. So yeah, there was some gotcha. Thank you. There was some pretty dated language being used around like race classification with her features. And you're pretty savvy. You just like skipped right over that because it didn't actually add anything to the content. But I do find it, of course, interesting that they just throw around language to describe as if it's medical. Like we're going to put people in category. Yes, it's scientific that human beings come in 3 categories.
Yes, we all know that.
And boy, oh boy, does it ever feel like from the last century. But that is now talking about Storm and how she's been rendered. I always wonder, or I wondered since, reading comics a little while, if it was because Storm was supposed to look like her features didn't fit in any conventional model, or if artists were not going to draw a more conventionally African woman. Like if they were going to let the colorist be the ones to demonstrate her ethnicity, but they weren't going to actually emphasize that with her features. Like Psylocke and her kind of look the same when you take away the skin color. Dazzler has the same features as well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I was never sure if it was that Storm has a certain look, or if it is artists are shying away from leaning into maybe racial stereotypes, or
Quite possible.
like it. Yeah, but I don't know if there's an answer, or if it actually makes a difference anyway.
Hey, is that good-looking alien still on the next page?
So the best. Sorry, what is the name that we call those aliens specifically? They're
from which?
Don't they have from the movie Alien?
From Alien? Xenomorphs.
Xenomorphs. Thank you. The best xenomorph you've ever seen in a comic book is about to be revealed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
2, 1.
Shitty is
wow. Taxan.
Oh my god. It's so bad. And it's so clearly supposed to be a xenomorph.
Of course.
But
it so clearly is not.
That's the noise it makes. Muir Isle, off the rugged north coast of Scotland.
How dare you presume to judge me, woman?
How dare more? Oh shit! Okay,
you got it.
I got Moira McTaggart. You got Magneto, and whoever else is coming, which we know is going to be Banshee. How dare that and more, Bucko? What the bloody blue blazes do you think you're playing at, Magneto?
I have my reasons, Dr. McTaggart. You shall simply have to trust me.
Charles Xavier did that, remember? You gave him your word that you'd look after his students, the New Mutants, as headmaster of Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Like, as if we need that recapped. We all know, but right? That's,
We do.
So what's happened, man? Where the devil are they? In Asgard, in a whole lot of trouble, as seen in current issues of their own title.
I do not know. Except it's Asgard. I have higher responsibilities now, Moira, that must take precedence.
Such as becoming top dog of the Hellfire Club.
That was as much Storm's decision as leader of the X-Men as mine. We felt I could do more to safeguard the children as one of the Lord's Cardinal.
Fat lot of good that did Doug Ramsey, or Illyana Rasputin, or the X-Men themselves.
Am I responsible if the children disobey me? I did my best to help Illyana. I thought I had. And the X-Men chose their own destiny.
Rationalizations! The fact remains that a man who considered you his friend entrusted you with his most precious possession, the lives of his students, and the dreams they represented.
That was a mistake. Charles should never have offered. I should never have accepted.
Michael says, wasn't there an Alpha Flight member that looked like that? Yes, there was. If memory serves, and I feel bad for not having this.
That looked like the aliens?
There was an Alpha Flight character who had like a demon twin form they could kind of summon.
Okay.
And it was a more feral looking version that had a little xenomorph edge to it.
Oh.
It was something between, xenomorph and like Wolfsbane.
Okay.
Are you looking it up?
No, I know it.
So it's in the era that Jim Lee was drawing at Alpha Flight. So it's like right about now.
Okay.
Yeah. And I forget the character's name, but I remember something to do with the little kid and this monster being twins, and maybe they're interdimensional, or there wasn't like a transformation where one turned into the other, but it was where I think they would sort of switch spots. And Goblin. There you go, Michael.
Goblin.
The character's name was Goblin. There you go. And Trevor, I appreciate the the compliment on the Scottish accent. We're just having fun. And again, everyone in the chat or who's watching,
we're gonna lose 250 subscribers now.
Chris does rehearse accents on a daily basis. I do not. I'm been practicing
on a daily basis in my work.
Yeah, we have flashcards, and we just flash the name of a language or culture, and Chris practices that accent, and he reads various comics in that accent. And I just eat burritos, and I've been practicing drawing Mounties with samurai swords.
Yeah, beautiful.
What you figure you'll dump the bairns like much excess baggage with a few cold words and go your merry way, and there's the end to it? What comes next, Master of Magnetism? Another brotherhood of evil mutants?
Restrain yourself, woman.
The devil I will.
Let her go, Magneto.
Oh, that is the best Callisto I've ever heard. For sure.
Callisto. As warrior and Dr. McTaggart's bodyguard, you may have no peer, but even the best must learn their limitations.
He just throws around like what? Magnetic force field. He can just make force fields and move people even if they're not metal.
Could do.
I guess.
Could do.
This is also a unique version of Callisto we have not seen in this series.
No.
Before. She has always been like had kind of more punk hair.
Mm-hmm.
She looked like I don't even know how to describe her hair. But never like this.
No.
This is unique.
There is a war coming, Moira, and you are a fool if you do not see it. We mutants cannot be wished away. We are here on this earth, more and more born every day. There are those who will accept us, and those who fear us and seek our destruction. And worst of all, those like the Genosians, who desire to exploit us for their own power and profit. We must be strong enough as a people to survive without the sufferance of the one or the aggressions of the others. I mean to ensure that. I must, because there is no one else. The X-Men are dead. X-Factor has vanished. And the New Mutants are but children. Too much is at stake, Moira. I cannot fail.
Don't you see, Magneto? If you lose yourself in the process, you already have.
Don't you see, Doctor? If everyone is after me, the arch-villain who has, as expected, finally reverted to type, no one will be after you.
Nice. Trevor says that she had a Chrissy Hynde vibe.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Nice.
Hey, you want to chat? I used to play bass in the Pretenders. one of the better Simpsons quotes. I was wondering where you'd turn up, Banshee. Just keeping an eye on things. Clear sight into Moira's office from here. Did you truly believe Cassidy I'd do her harm? Did you think I'd let you try? I am sorry things have to end like this, but I suspect it's for the best. Some roads are better traveled alone. I know the feeling, Magneto, and the road. Just remember, it doesn't have to be that way. For all our sakes, then, my Irish friend. Let us pray that let us Pray that I am wrong, and mine the only sacrifice. Haze off.
And much we've to do. And we've much to do. Cal, I'm sending you to New York. The mansion that housed Xavier's school may have been destroyed, but its underground complex is still intact. We can't allow its technology to fall into the wrong hands. I want the place sealed. I want the place sealed to all save we three and Charlie himself. Oh, I understand. I read it weird when the language doesn't go the way I'm expecting it to go. I put emphasis in the wrong place. I want the place sealed to all save we three and Charlie himself.
Such wise, Akushla. Suppose the mutants or X-Factor try to gain entry.
Better too safe than too sorry, my love. Especially if we have to consider Magneto a potential adversary. We'll key the security systems to alert us if they do. Next order of priority is finding the new mutants and getting them here. And then securing Muriel Isle against possible attack.
Moira. We've weathered worse storms. Things will work out fine. You'll see.
Will they, Sean? I wish I was as certain. It's just I have this awful feeling. Magneto may be right. So for people, again, who have not been reading X-Men comics up until this point, Banshee, Sean Cassidy here, was brought in with the second wave of X-Men, often called Second Genesis, in 1975, and leaves the team about 25 issues later, or 20 issues later, with a really bad injury to his vocal cords, which are part of his mutant power, that he has a scream that enables him to fly and all that stuff. And so he has been a sometimes side character, who makes an appearance here or there, but we really haven't had him on the series for us a couple years.
Yeah.
And it's good to have him back. And he's about to go through a transformation as how he's perceived by the artists, and then how that's perceived by the readers. So he was the oldest X-Man when he was brought in 75. Not counting that Wolverine turns out to be, a couple hundred years old. They had not decided that yet when they brought Wolverine and Banshee in, but Banshee was supposed to be, former Shield agent, no, Interpol agent.
Interpol, yeah.
And, like a wily veteran who has seen a life, and he's kind of coming in as a favor to old Charlie. And it's interesting to see how they play with his age and how we understand his age and what that means to, like, what the consequences of that are. So he might be getting a little younger as we go through this. We'll see.
He's definitely played, since he's kind of been out of action in terms of the team for a while. Like, he's played a mentor role. He's played a guidance role, that kind of experienced former team member, right?
Yeah. I like this version of him. I like the way he's drawn. It looks like a version of Banshee that would be kind of, in my mind, not too far off.
Sure.
It doesn't look like the Dave Cockrum original one with that weird swoopy coif, like that long hair that curled at the end. If you look at the really early version of Banshee, it's terrible. And then we're going to get a version of him by Jim Lee. Well, we'll talk about that in a bit. Yeah, he's he's just like a fine wine. Australia. Okay, so we've had now the B plot, the A plot, the C plot, and now we're back to the A plot.
Right.
Okay. Who's that coming? Can I hardly believe my eyes?
Pulling sun with the right coal.
Gunsight track's fine, Macon. Fault must be in your inertial targeting system. Be still my heart.
Looking top line, pretty boy. Heck, we should all look so good.
Wait your turn, Reese. I'll see what can be arranged. They call me the Bone Crusher. This is what you call your basic bare bones configuration. Skullbuster, very funny.
That fierce boy. Some sense of humor.
Go on. Go on. A lot of you laugh yourselves sick. Whatever it takes, I'm getting my rightful body back. And then, the last laugh on you and Pierce is going to be mine. So the action figure of Pretty Boy is this.
Yes.
First.
The head on the metallic body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm debating like how I would want to display it. Like maybe I would want a second body and pop that head on a different, different Merc. Like I would mention last week, I think maybe pop them on a Dreadnought.
Yeah,
I think
totally.
it might be a good one. Elsewhere in the sprawling underground complex, we have to have a woman in a bathing suit swimming underground.
Yeah, it's just what women do in X-Men comics.
It is, and it's a quota.
Yeah.
So it's
have we? Is there a pool somewhere, or a cave, or a body of water in which I can swim in?
Right. It is new for us to see her in like without her clothing to understand her her function a little, or how she's pieced together a little bit.
Yeah.
And then her bodysuit is like the same as the other look she has, like the way her armor kind of goes together. Yeah, so like Maz says, like usually it's Betsy going for a swim. Now it's Deathstrike.
Sure.
Now you get one or the other.
Yep.
Elsewhere in the sprawling underground complex, as full of natural wonders as technological ones, not least of which is this pristine freshwater lake. It looks really cool, though.
It does look good. Magnificent.
I'm a merely adequate dive lord. I've done better.
I was referring, Lady Yuriko, to the woman.
Hardly that any longer. This body is as much machine as flesh.
Our bionics are nothing to be ashamed of. They make us superior beings. More than a match for any mutant.
Why do you hate them so, Pierce?
Simple survival. If we do not eradicate them, they will surely supplant us as the dominant species on this earth.
Perhaps that is the natural order of things.
Man was created in God's image, lady. These creatures, even those who pass for human, are but the grossest, foulest abomination. Here, allow me. Our immediate concern is Wolverine.
Perhaps he perished out on the desert.
A tempting fantasy. I don't believe it any more than you do. Assuming the X-Men survived, where would he go to ground? Madripoor?
Possible, but doubtful.
Japan, then? To seek aid from his love, Mariko Yoshida?
Absolutely not. He loves her. He would die before imperiling her. Their foster daughter, Akiko, pardon me.
You're not being helpful, my sweet. Think, Lady Deathstrike. Be truer to your name. If you were Wolverine, where would you turn?
I think the drawing this issue is really, really, really good. I like the pairing of Silvestri and Leialoha. I dig it.
It's working.
Extra details look really good sometimes. Muir Isle. The shortwave, Sean.
Sounds like.
Mayday, mayday! Freighter Alhambra calling any station. Distress signal? Not sure of our position. Somewhere off the Hebrides. Is that how it's pronounced?
Hebrides.
Hebrides?
Yeah, islands off of Scotland.
Yeah, we should go there.
You know what? Is there a con or a calf we can go there to the
We should
Hebrides?
just go on just a buddy trip.
Oh, okay. Let's do that too.
We should solve some murders
Yeah.
on some of the islands.
Shetland, perhaps.
Let's go around to villages that don't have enough people for all
Right.
the murders that their TV show includes.
We're
You know
to
what I
sell the murder.
Hebrides, okay. Crew's gone crazy. They're slaughtering each other. Heavy seas outside. The ship's totally out of control. We need help.
Sounds pretty grim. I know that voice. Alhambra from Weir Oil. Do you copy?
Sean? Sean Cassidy? Thank heavens I've reached a friend. It's me, Lorna Dane.
Huh? If so, you don't need our help. Your own powers.
I don't have them anymore. Or, as it's emphasized, I don't have them anymore. They were taken. They were taken from me the same time the evil persona, or the evil malice persona, was destroyed. I'm not lying, Sean. This isn't some marauder trick. There's just me.
Keep broadcasting, lass. We'll get an RDF fix on your position.
You're not going after all she's... Sorry, you're not going. After all she's done, how can we trust her?
There's only one way to find out, Akusha.
We've no aircraft that can fly in this weather.
Then I shan't use one.
Are you sure you're up to this?
It'll just have to be, won't I?
So, like we said before about him being injured, he hasn't been a superhero. So it's sort of like getting back into it. The past few days, the weather worldwide has been so bad that even the most modern and well-maintained of vessels would have trouble coping with these monstrous Atlantic seas. The freighter Alhambra is neither. And each wave that crashes over her rusty deck springs the old ship that much closer to her end. I like the name of that for like an album or a band. Her rusty deck.
Wow. Yeah.
Not that any of her crew seems much to care.
She's mine! Curse your eyes!
Dog of a mutineer! I brought her aboard. She belongs to me. Actually, I think they're Spanish, aren't they? Like, aren't they Spanish speaking?
I think they were Spanish.
Okay, never mind.
But we've just, I think they may have spent time in the Mississippi, though, so we should probably...
Fair. That guy's got an axe. He's like, and the other guy's got a gun.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
Axe gun fight.
They're fighting like animals. But why? There was no hint of this when we left port. Ever since, everyone but me's been acting more and more crazy. That was the gunshot.
Yeah.
Fool. If you wanted your turn, I'd have shared, eh?
Freighter
If you waited
Alhambra.
your turn, I'd have shared, eh?
Freighter Alhambra. This is a Royal Navy Coast Guard.
No interference. No more intrusions. Please don't do this. On your feet. You and me, girl, it's time to... Oh, no. What?
Yeah.
It's time to party? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what... Waiting your turn? Oh, God. Can we not? Santa Maria. What's happened to you? I don't believe this. I've grown. Just like in the Savage Land from X-Men 250.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's okay. Nothing to be afraid of. Put down the gun, baby. We'll party all you want. You're shooting. No! Get away from me, you freak! Blah, 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 blah. Bullets are bouncing off me. But I'm losing my balance, falling backwards.
There she is!
Get her! The wall, that's wood paneling over steel, and I smashed through it like it was rice paper. Size and vulnerability and super strength as well. What is... Hey! Cripes. Some folks just won't take no for an answer. Maybe this will convince them. Scram! A wave. Grab for lifelines, handholds, anything, or you'll be swept away. Too late. What's that noise? Is it metal tearing? The ship, it's breaking in half. Wonder how long I can last out here. Captain. Here, take my hand. I can save you. Go to the devil, you witch. He wanted to hurt me more than to live. This is insane. The stern section capsizing. What's that awful screaming? Banshee! Your sonic scream. It's all better. That's wonderful. Oh, I forgot. You can't talk and scream. I'm sorry if I'm a bit bigger than you remember. It's a nice experience for me, too. Or, sorry, it's a new experience for me, too. Oh, Sean, it was so awful. All those sailors gone. I can't help thinking somehow it's my fault. That's a pretty awful mental 180.
Mm-hmm.
To think that.
Sure.
So let's play the game as if there is something that is maybe her fault. Do you think there's like malice residue that's making everyone else crazy around her?
Oh.
Or that
I think they're just pieces of shit.
So the whole boat, everyone was going nuts.
True.
Yeah, I mean, give me that.
Maybe there's some kind of malice residue. Maybe. I mean, so the other thing is this: we haven't figured out, or they haven't, her growing in size, kind of almost becoming like She-Hulkish, or is that from the Savage Land? Is that the Zaladane, Lorna Dane transference of something?
Right. She's become Great Dane.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I don't have an answer as to why it's happened, because I don't think Chris Claremont knows why.
Sure.
But it definitely is instigated by that powered suck that Zaladane performed on Lorna. And since then, it sort of seems to have unleashed a Xena the Warrior Princess, size increase and everything.
Nice to see Banshee back out there, though, even though he can't talk when he's doing
it was
nice to see
I
him.
was thinking it was nice to see Bon Jovi.
Oh, yeah, totally.
You see him there?
Look at him.
Yeah. You can get a hot new comic all about these rockin' bands. Real collector's items for both comics and music fans.
Nice.
There's a Guns N' Roses one, a Metallica one, a Bon Jovi one.
Bon Jovi, the graphic novel.
Yeah. It's pretty exciting.
Living on Prayer.
Is it?
I mean...
I thought it was called Her Rusty Deck.
Well, that's the... Yeah.
Okay, so now we've got the A plot, B plot, C plot.
Yeah.
Now we're on to
D
plot. Meanwhile, further down the wild west coast of Britain.
Kurt Wagner, Nightcrawler. Come out wherever you are. So much for that bright idea. When I read about him resurfacing with this British supergroup Excalibur, I thought the heck with pride. Even if we can't be what we were, at least we'd still be friends. Timing, as they say, is all. Mine stinks.
Please don't move.
You've got to be kidding.
By heavens!
I don't like guns.
A teleporter.
Actually, a sorceress who likes even less people who point them at her. Are you military?
Like, there's a difference between pointing a gun at someone and placing one against
and putting on the temple of their head. Right.
Like, yeah. That's just like a gap in storytelling. It does make the page look better that the gun pops there. It adds way more drama.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is not a polite move at all. Are you military? She says. Brigadier Alessandra Stewart. Commanding Officer, Her Majesty's Weird Happenings Organization.
Wow. Her Majesty's Weird Happenings Organization. That is
Yes, Chris.
that is
Yes. The WHO, also known as Her Majesty's Who.
And I'm in charge of this lighthouse. Okay. Amanda Sefton. Nightcrawler and
I understand. But I'm afraid Excalibur's vanished with my brother, Alistair.
Just my luck.
If it's help you're looking for, perhaps I might be of assistance. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Lonely old lighthouse. For details, see current issues of Excalibur, Bob.
Wow, so that was plot B.
No,
plot D. Sorry, D.
Plot D is in Dingus.
Wow, getting on to plot E now.
Okay, plot E. There used to be a mountain at the head of this particular valley, up near Yellowstone, along the crest of the Continental Divide. Tall, proud, truly a wonder to behold. Then one night, in the depths of winter, it blew itself to bits. No one knows why, or cares to learn. Locals say the land hereabouts is haunted. No less so than the man who makes this his home. Forge is the name he calls himself. He's a mutant. He makes things. He's also Cheyenne, shaman and medicine man, who spent these past months trying to reconcile the dichotomous warring halves of his nature, and is starting to suspect, as his spirit form rises yet again from his meditating body, this is a road leading straight to madness, if he isn't already there.
A Wild West saloon with an Australian Aborigine out front. As Vision Quests go, this one is certainly unique. Interesting how my astral body remains as maimed as my real one, complete with bionic hand and leg. Even an illusory me isn't whole.
Welcome, stranger.
Cute. Your basic den of iniquity. Why do I have the feeling I'm expected?
I am Amal Farouk. I am master here.
Don't like the sound of that. Wait! The cage, it can't be. Storm! But changing as I watch, from grown woman into a girl.
You know my toy. You like her. Splendid. She and I go back a long way. This worthy gentleman has already tried his best to save her. Would you care to test your strength?
Who are you?
A ghost, a demon, a nightmare, whose fondest desire is to once more be a man.
Not today. And not over my dead body.
Such heroic sentiments. I like that. But this is my game, my power, my rules. Here the house always wins.
His flesh melting with mine. Can't break free.
I do so enjoy consuming people's minds that I may gain mastery over their bodies. You, my friend, look to be an acceptably, especially delectable treat.
No! Pow. Striking Farouk with my spirit form's bionic hand somehow disrupted his psychic matrix, broke me free. Energy backlash manifested itself here on the physical plane. Luckier than I deserve. Hand ruined. That's easily fixed. It matters that somehow I know Storm's alive and in deadly danger.
Okay.
All right, plot E. Okay.
Oh, I get this now. Cairo Memorial Hospital.
She's just a kid. She's a mutant. So what? So everything. She looks so peaceful asleep. Appearances are deceiving. Just look at the monitor for proof. How could she do any harm? Do I want to be the one to find out? Is it wrong to be a responsible citizen? Is this being responsible?
Beep, beep, bop, bop, beep, beep.
Bring, bring, bring.
Rice here. Dr. Shen? That girl I sent in yesterday, she's a what? No, Doctor. There's nothing to be upset about. You did the right thing calling the FBI. As chief of the Midwest Division, I'll be more than happy to handle this personally.
Thanks, Inspector Rice. You've taken a load off my mind. We'll expect you in the morning. And don't worry, the girl will be ready.
Okay, before you go on further,
Yeah.
do you catch what happened?
So, is he dead? And then
In mind, he is.
Came, and then his eyes are red, like he's possessed by something.
So I'm reading this. His psyche was at the
Was that
table.
the one? Was he it?
I think his psyche was the one at the table who wanted
To save her. Right.
Opposite Amal Farouk. And Farouk beats him.
Yes.
And he now has Farouk's mind there, and he can now enter. So he now has Rice's mind there, and he can now enter his body.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, must be.
So I think that's now Amal Farouk.
Okay, then. I didn't know if that was the same gentleman, but yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, how are you supposed to know unless they give him a particular signifier? Yeah.
Like a monocle.
Like a monocle.
Like a monocle.
Yeah. Or a rat's tail.
Or a rat's tail. Or both.
Yeah.
Both.
Australia.
After evaluating all the possible escape and evasion scenarios,
I bet that wasn't the only thing being evaluated. Lady D's wearing the boss boy's cloak.
Try a little louder, spit for brains. I don't think he quite heard you.
Lady D sure did. What's your butthole? Or as I wanted to read it, what's your butthole?
What's your butthole, butthole? We've determined that Wolverine's most probable destination on this entire planet
is the grave. Or Hades. Whichever is nastier.
No, it's Muir Isle off the north coast of Scotland. Hey, a long way to go, I admit. The Newton Research Center there was established by Charles Xavier himself, founder of the X-Men, as an adjunct to his now destroyed School for Gifted Youngsters. In charge of the island are the former X-Men Banshee, master of the sonic scream until he lost that power some considerable time ago, and Moira McTaggart, Xavier's college in mutant research and currently, I believe, Banshee's sweetheart. He may be crippled, and she an ordinary human, but together they form our most formidable potential threat to our ambitions, which means the sooner they are eliminated, the better. I want the island leveled, The research center destroyed, every mutant found there slaughtered, but most importantly of all, I want those two killed.
Be continued in 2 weeks.
2
but for
weeks.
us, in 1
In
week.
1 week.
Oh my gosh. I did not get the closure I wanted. I got 4 more storylines.
Yeah, and actually that cover is misleading because one of the stories it tells you it's going to talk about is Wolverine and Jubilee, and you've only got like a page and a bit of Lady Deathstrike having them in their sights, and that's about it.
Yes, not at all what I expected, and so be it. I mean, what can I say? Take a look at this original art I was talking about before. The one of Wolverine and Jubilee. It looks to me like it was maybe drawn with like a different pen,
right?
Because it just didn't archive well. Similar to like the little lines, like the pen he's using, Leialoha's using, is different than the blacks that he's filling in with ink. Those archive better. The little lines are sort of disappearing, so it makes Wolverine and Jubilee look almost like sketchy.
Yeah, it does.
I wonder what he's using. But I think that drawing of Deathstrike with that rifle looks awesome. When she's got it up to the eye, like it's this way.
Looks great.
Yeah, so good. He's this is a heck of a tandem. I really would love to. I like them a lot as a tandem, but yeah. Next week, dude. Do you see this? See this? Next week's issue is crazy. It is a famous Jim Lee cover.
Sure.
On X-Men. I have it here, and I'm just not successfully. I'm gonna have to read it tonight. I think I'm excited.
All right, so we know that the Reavers and Pierce are going to Moira Isle, and we know Moira's there, and Banshee and Polaris. There are 3 of those in that right there.
Yes.
Forge, I guess, is showing up.
Yeah, he's gonna show up. Yeah, sure.
And is that
Amanda
Strong Guy?
Good question.
Amanda Sefton?
So you and I have not come across Strong Guy in these comics yet, have we?
We have not.
So could this be the introduction to Strong Guy? Possibly. I will tell you, for a long time, I thought that character and this character are the same character.
Interesting.
But the issue itself will tell us. Note that Polaris is not drawn like the Polaris we just saw.
Nope.
The haircut is completely different. It has no poofiness to it. She doesn't look like she is hulked up at all, or whatever we're going to call her. So it is interesting that Jim Lee is not yet on board with whatever they're doing there. And
I mean, I'm also pretty sure that a bunch of cyborgs going up against the someone who controls metal, it's pretty much game over. Oh no, am I frozen? Are you frozen? Uh-oh. Can you hear me, Jason? Can anyone else hear me in the chat, or is it just me? Oh, I've heard my computer is just shut. If you can hear me in the chat, just Jason's telling me my computer just shut down. But if you can't hear me in the chat, just say something in the chat. 1 second, folks. Oh, we can hear you, Trevor. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that confirmation. Yeah, Jason is frozen. He just texted me. He said his computer just shut down. Is what he said. We can't. Oh, Cody, I swear to you. He's gonna get back online in a second. Okay, hands up. How many of folks have read that issue that we're talking about? That one with the Jim Lee cover. I certainly haven't, because I you know me, I don't read ahead. But it looks like it's gonna be just all kinds of action with that cast of characters. So we'll just wait for Jason to join us back. Oh, you have Trevor? Okay, good. I guess I have to come back in 1 week then and tune in, because it's got more Banshee. It looks like it's got more Banshee, and if it's got more Banshee, then I'm behind it 100%. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna fill time here. Fill dead air, which is fine. I can do that. Right here on the old YouTube. I don't even have like the stuff. I have no control, no control over like even presenting anything or showing anything, which is kind of funny. Good. I try it. Scotty, and Allie, you've all read it. It's fantastic. Plugs your kids' gig. Thanks. You know what, Allie? Great idea. They told me they have a band name. The band name is Trial and Error. And then, of course, as a dad, I was like, which one's Trial? Which one's Error? And my almost 15-year-old, who's a drummer, by the way, looked at me and just kind of rolled his eyes. But hey, that's what kind of comes to the territory. Yeah, they are playing 2 songs, including Nirvana's Come As You Are. I'm excited to go check it out. Jason's saying his internet went bye-bye. Yeah, so hey, if you're in the Guelph, Ontario area, you can go maybe I know Mass lives close by at Jam School. It's the perfect time for a gig, Saturday morning, 10 in the morning. It's like the optimal time for live music. So yeah, that's what's going on. Right on. Oh, there you go. So Mass's kids are in the same showcase, which is totally cool. Oh, Jason's trying to get back on using his phone. Mass, what are your kids playing? And do they have a name of their band? Is it also Trial and Error? Because that would be funny if there was 2 bands that named themselves the same thing. Yeah, it's kind of cool. This Jason Cullen, he's doing it. What's cool about this music school is it puts these bands together for emerging musicians, and then they play a whole bunch of festivals around town, which is awesome. Like they, anytime there's like a free municipal or arts festival, like they need some talent on stage. They are Error and Trial. Oh my goodness, that would be something else. Yeah, they get these teenagers to play music, which is always tons of fun. Yeah, I guess I can't hype him up more than that. So we'll see. Oh, here we go. One plays lead guitar and the other plays bass. Oh, okay, right on, Mass. Nice. Okay, well, hey, maybe at some point we've got your kids doing lead guitar and bass and my kid does drums. So maybe there's a side project in there somewhere. Oh, he's back. I know. I'm still talking about the gig, though.
No, you talk about whatever you want.
I'm out of it. I ran out. I got the great idea to plug Harry's gig from Allie. So that's what I've been talking about. And Mass's kids are playing the next day as part of the same showcase. I know, pretty rad, right? And Mass and I were even at a concert together last week, which we read at each other downtown.
It is. It's neat when there's a community. That's very cool.
A Seattle Superband, yeah. It's like Temple the Dog again.
It's just like, I'm really hungry. I'm really hungry. Burritos. So I guess we're done talking about X-Men comics.
You guys are too kind, by the way, for sticking with me in the chat. Thank you so much.
Amanda Sefton.
Amanda Sefton.
You know who that is?
Yeah, isn't that Xavier's kid?
We're going to find out.
Named Mohawk?
Or some sort of Bill Sienkiewicz type inspiration of abstraction. And he had a show, remember?
He did, yeah, called Legion. He's called Legionnaire's disease, I think. Legion, no, that's not his name. Maybe suggest the Reavers. Good one, I like that. Question for you, Jason, because I actually brought this up earlier, like when Amanda Sefton was back in the comics with Nightcrawler, and like she had that period, she was showing up, they were actively involved. And we're like, oh, she's a sorceress. Does she come back as a character? And I was like, I'd never heard of this character. And like, does she have a code name, or does she come back as a character name? Do we know?
We're gonna find out.
Okay.
It looks to me like she's got an X-Men costume on.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
So you're gonna have to wait till next week where you and I get into it.
Okay.
And I was gonna show you only one thing.
And I tell everybody how the gig went. That's what happens next week, because I tell everybody how the gig went.
Yeah, I got to show everybody one picture.
Okay.
Ready, everybody? Here it is. Let me just. Next month. You get this thing again.
Again. Nice.
So good. It's so good.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to, as we're continuing to like figure out this new version of X-Men. Whatever the team is gone, whatever they're going to be as we get a new art team. Not yet, but like Jim Lee's getting another cover, right? He's doing kind of one a month now, it seems, out of the multiples they have every month. So it's interesting to see who the supporting players are, and how it's all gonna play out. But Dan Green is back, Silvestri's back next month, and then we shall see.
Nice.
Also interesting because Jim Lee is. I guess we'll talk about it next week, but Jim Lee's time on X-Men is so famous for his version of their like training suits.
Right.
And I wonder what comes first, the cover, which is an homage to Giant Size number 1, or did the interior art get done first, or does Claremont want them in training suits? Like, when does this thing that becomes iconically Jim Lee, is it because of Jim Lee, or is it because of Claremont, or is it because of Silvestri? So I wonder, like, who decides that they're going to be wearing these suits? And I will tell you, they do not look like the Jim Lee versions in the issue. They look like more like what Kitty Pryde was wearing.
Oh yeah, sure.
But you shall see. You shall see.
I'm looking forward.
I'm looking forward to reading this thing again with you next week.
Yeah.
After we do our in-store on Saturday, which should be a blast. Butter tarts, fish and chips, beer, all that good stuff.
Can't wait.
We'll figure out the correct order those things should go in.
Absolutely.
Butter tarts and coffee, beer and fish and chips.
Yeah.
That should be.
Yeah.
We'll figure it all out. But we
get to make merry over the holidays, which is nice because I always try for an opportunity to do that and wrap up and celebrate the year that was. It was another good year for Group of 7 Comics. Ton of fun, as always.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh, and then I need that my goodbye page. It's a different doc. Let me get that.
That's okay. I'm gonna do something very quickly now, though, because I know we just got a bunch of new subscribers. I'm gonna do a quick run through list. Just gonna thank some folks for joining. Won't take very long. Just stay with me for a second.
There
Here we go.
250 new names.
It's not 250 new names. That's gonna be quick though. I want to say thank you to Jason W. Van Horn, Ricky I, Orca VHS, Brendan Kittle, Jashugan 007, M. Scott McGahan, Darnie King, Andrew Sharp, Dwyer McCurr, Alamanqua de Tampo, LMF 67, Kwai Turnbull, Valley of Willows, Jose Anno, Bloody Grimoire, Cord Wills, and these names keep going. Here we go. Fendon Volstek, Marcos Gondam, Joaquin Mogren. There's a name here. There's another name. Can't pronounce it. Byron Imhoff, Roger Morocco, Diego Diaz, Fred Ward, Jose Luis, Mark Gonzalez, Ignacio de Miguelio, William Alzate Wajardo, Darnell Degan, Gamal, Craig Ferguson, Gladman Comics, I Make Arty Stuff, Unnamed Vibes Trees, Default, Yili Arana, Amazing Tales, Paul Monson, Roger Clemens. That's the one who didn't get into the Baseball Hall of Fame a couple days ago. Geronimo 41, Mark Sarmel, Fostad Comics, Chris Capron, Brian Lohner, Anthony Morris, Alex Linares, Oscar H. Gonzalez, Banana Cookies, Francisco Pontes Salazar, Luigi Gritoni, Mark Schuff, Psychorama, Matrix, Luis Humberto, Henry Nguyen, Pedro Villa de la Mata, Frank Borino, Enrique Rivera, Andre Alvarez, Cristina Yurihanto, Zoe Sky, Shizwat, Sawanatat, Leonardo Rodriguez, and H. Salamat. Thank you all. I apologize for butchering those names, but it's just
we know Craig Ferguson, by the way. We know Craig. Hi, Craig. How are you?
It's that Craig Ferguson, like late night.
I'm assuming.
Yeah,
it's not. No. It's Craig Ferguson. Studio Comics Press. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, and thanks everybody in chat, and thanks for sticking around. We had some technical challenges there.
Definitely. Literally, the internet and then went off in my home, and the computer shut down for.
It's because you made fun of that alien.
But that brings us to the end of another episode, and thank you to my.
Oh no! Oh no! I think he just froze again. Hey, thanks everybody. I appreciate it. I can't end this thing.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Well,
I'm here. We're obviously having maybe some issues with the weather.
Oh yeah, storms.
Thank you to you, Chris, and keep
Thanks,
moving. You can find out more about our comics and upcoming appearances at group7comics.ca. Follow us on social media at group7comics on things like Instagram mostly. Please click like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with us your take on this issue or any X-Men comics in the comment section below. Go dig out your old back issues, trade paperbacks, essentials, omnibuses, DVD-ROMs, bootlegs, or hop on an app and read along with us next week on Previously in X-Men. Thank you, Bubs. Stay X. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Oh, my goodness. All right. Bye, everyone. Stay warm.